You need to keep it in your mind that it does not take years for your YouTube to jump off. So it only took me 2 months to get my first check with YouTube, and my first check was this much. I believe it's like high 200s or 300 some dollars. Don't do it for the paycheck. Then why would I work the job? You see what I'm saying? Hitting it and people are reaching out to you. Don't take that free week for nothing. What's good, y'all? It's your girl Leia Luxuries, and I'm back with another video. And this video is for all of my girlies that's been DMing me. Y'all, I get so many DMs about this topic. It is crazy. But what really irks me about y'all's DM is all of y'all ask me the same question. How do you start YouTube? I hate that question, and the only reason I hate it is because I know that that's not really what y'all want to know. Because if you wanted to know how to start YouTube, baby, you create your Google account, you make a video, you upload it on your YouTube account, and boom, you just started a YouTube. So I know that's not the question you're asking. What the question that everybody really wants to know is how to become a starting or small or micro influencer to grow into a big influencer, or a larger influencer, someone with a big platform, yada yada yada. You just want to know how to start the influencing game. That's the question. And so that is the question that I'm going to be answering today. And y'all, it's so many different ways to go about it, but of course I'm only going to give you knowledge on how I did it, because I'm technically still a micro influencer. I got about 10.4K on Instagram, and then I have almost 7K on YouTube right now. Well, as of right now, me starting this video, ain't no telling when this video gonna pop, but that's one thing that I do want you all to keep in mind, is when it comes to influencing, you never know when you're gonna pop. You never know. So you may see some people on YouTube that say, oh, I've been doing this for years, and then I finally popped 2-3 years ago, and it's worth it. Just keep being consistent. Okay, if you're anything like me, that was just super discouraging, because who wants to wait 7-8 years to get paid? Baby, gas is too high. So the things that I'm going to touch on today is everything that you truly want to know. You want to know how to even get into the influencing game. You want to know how can you get paid while you're in the influencing game, so that you can eventually become a full-time content creator / influencer. And then also a couple of other tips of things that I learned along the way. And anything that you all want to know in detail, all you got to do is comment down below, and then I'll drop a more in-depth video. But I'm basically going to give you all just some quick tips that should help y'all just to start. So the first thing that I want you to do is find a niche. Now, I know there is a lot of girls that are, well, people in general that are doing vlogs, and vlogging is super popping right now. But one thing that I will say that I can personally attest to this is that I started my YouTube channel seriously. Now, I started my YouTube channel in 2016, but baby, I was not posting videos consistently. I wasn't even trying until really like last year in November. So 2021 of November, that's when I really started trying. And then I got monetized December, right before Christmas in 2021. So it took me a month to get monetized. I didn't have a ton of videos up. I had one video that just popped, and it's this video right here. It went through the roof. Well, it went through a roof. I'm not gonna say it went through the roof, because we didn't hit millions, but we did hit 100K, and so that boosted my channel up enough for me to get monetized. And then once I got monetized, I didn't get paid immediately, because I got monetized in December, so you don't get paid until the money rolls over to the next month. So whatever you make in your previous month after you got monetized, then you'll get that next month, and that comes on the 21st. So I got my first check in January. So it only took me 2 months to get my first check with YouTube, and my first check was this much. I believe it's like high 200s or 300 some dollars. That was my first check from YouTube. So yeah, and then even before I got my first check, I was making a lot. Because nowadays a lot to people is 10, 20, 30K a month. Okay, we weren't hitting them numbers, but we were making a couple $1,000s in sponsorship money in December and January, but most importantly December, because we weren't even monetized or paid by YouTube yet. So before YouTube even sent me a check, I was getting sponsorship checks, and I've only done one free collaboration. So for all those girls that y'all been watching these videos and they've been telling y'all, oh yeah, my first YouTube check was only a couple of dollars, do not think that that's gonna be your outcome. Do not think you're gonna have to work extremely hard and that's where you're gonna end up, because I remember when I was watching those videos literally made me not want to do YouTube. Because why would I sit up here and do something for 8 years straight? I get it, passionate and all cool, but if I want to do this full time, I want to know that if I put my hustle in this, I'm gonna get some money. And I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, whatever I need to do to get that money, I just want to make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say, oh well, I don't do this for money, baby. I have to. Gas is high. I gotta do it for some money. I mean, I'm not saying YouTube owes me the world, but yeah. So that's just my little, what would you call that? Like, if that don't give you a reason to listen to what I got to say, then I don't know what else to say. So starting out, I said find your niche. Do not start off vlogging, because I popped off from a video that was searchable, meaning I had somewhat of a niche going on, and so I was creating searchable content. Searchable content basically just means something that people type in a search bar. Nobody knows you yet. Nobody knows you yet. So no one's gonna type Leia Luxuries weekly vlog. They're not looking for me yet. They don't know who I am, and that's okay. But you have to understand that in your mind. Yes, you may have a good vlog. Yes, you may have some good content. Yes, in a small percentage that I haven't seen happen yet, you may be the one that starts off making vlogs, and those vlogs pop off because you're just so great at editing and you do such interesting things. But typically, vlogs don't pop off unless you already have a base. So in order to build a fan base and build a base of subscribers that are loyal to you, you have to give them something that they want. You need to provide something for your subscribers to hang on to, whether that's a good makeup tutorial, whether that's amazing fashion advice, whether that's knowledgeable tips about YouTube, Instagram, social media, cats. I don't care. It really doesn't matter. As long as you have some sort of valuable content so that you can attract an audience that is going to gravitate not only towards the information or what you put out in that specific video, but you want an audience to gravitate towards you personally. It's cool to make informational videos like this one I'm making here. I make these types of videos because I'm trying to bring in more subscribers to me so that they can subscribe to my channel, so that they can see I'm more valuable than showing y'all what I did this weekend. You see what I'm saying? And whenever you have a certain personality or a certain value that you're showing everyone on YouTube, that's what makes them subscribe. So whether it's because you're funny or whatever, you need to make sure that you're showing something valuable that you can attract the type of audience that you want. That's also important. Don't put out a bunch of informational videos about stuff that you just have knowledge on because you learned it in college, but you really don't care about it, because you're not going to want to do these videos. Y'all see my energy that I'm giving y'all in this video is because I actually care about this topic. I care about other influencers or other girls and guys or whoever that are wanting to become influencers and get into the social media game, because baby, I'm in it and I'm loving it and I'm getting paid, and it's honestly a very, very great feeling to be able to get paid from home, because I tried to work a job. I'm a mom, a single mom at that. I tried to work a job when I was pregnant. I've only worked 2 in my life, and I quit both of them. But the job that I tried to work while I was pregnant, I stayed there for 3 weeks. It didn't last. And all I did was want and pray for it. Mind you, I started my YouTube channel when I was pregnant because my daughter is 4 months. For those who aren't subscribed to me, which y'all need to subscribe to me because that's what all this is about. But my daughter is 4 months now. She was born this year, February 2022. But I started my YouTube after I quit my job, and I didn't have nothing saved up. I didn't have no money. Luckily, I had family to take care of me and, you know, take me in and do all that. God bless them. And then I was making money with YouTube, but I started that in November while I was pregnant. That's what I manifested. I manifested being able to work from home so that I can take care of my daughter, so that I don't have to clock in nowhere, because that was gonna stress me out and get on my nerves already. I already knew it was. And that's where I put my energy towards. It's also a mindset thing. You need to keep it in your mind that it does not take years for your YouTube to jump off. It don't take years for it to jump off. Stop thinking that. Stop letting all these other content creators tell you that, because that's their story. Just because that's their story, and that's what a lot of these older, not older because they're old, but just they've been in the game longer. Stop letting them tell you that it takes that long, because it doesn't. Because when I started in November, I only had like 200 something subscribers. And I don't know where they came from, because I wasn't doing nothing with my YouTube. So everything that I gained, it happened very quickly, and it happened through manifestation. Keep your mindset on the main thing. If you want to make money through YouTube, don't feel guilty for asking and manifesting money from your YouTube as quickly as possible. Because if that's the goal, then that's the goal. Don't let other people tell you, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing it for the money. Well, what am I doing it for then? Why would I do? That's like saying, don't get that job for the job. Don't do it for the paycheck. Then why would I work the job? You see what I'm saying? Like, don't do it strictly for the money, but make sure you got the money on your mind, because that is important. And if you think like that and you say my YouTube's gonna pop, it's gonna bring in me money, it's gonna bring in sponsorships as quickly as possible, I ain't gotta do this all for no 8 years just for me to get paid. Because you wouldn't stay in no job working 8 years before you get paid. You wouldn't do that. So please don't think that that's what you need to do. No, not if you're trying to be a full-time content creator. Not them part-time content creators, y'all do what y'all want to do. But full-time, baby, the ones that want this to be the job, to be the career, we don't play like that. And if y'all want to know how I got, because like I said, I only took 1 free sponsorship, and that was because that specific company was working with Sephora. And duh, if this company is already in Sephora, of course I'm going to do the sponsorship for free, because then other companies in Sephora might also see my videos and then want to sponsor me, and then they gotta pay. But that company didn't need, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta know that the other company was free unless they watch this video. Then they just being a little too nosy. But that's what I'm saying. All those other companies, I didn't have nothing but 1,000 subscribers. They were all paying me hundreds of dollars. I didn't get to the thousands yet, but I made sure that I charged what I was worth at the time. So even though I only had 1 video that popped off, everything else was only maybe 1,000 views, only a couple hundred views, and I hadn't collaborated with anyone before them, but they didn't know that. I had to make sure I played my role, had to let them know immediately, hey, you want to collab with me? I appreciate you for reaching out to me, but I typically charge my sponsorships a nominal fee of yada yada yada, whatever you feel like, 200, 300, 400, 500, 700. It really don't matter. Throw a number out there and see how they react to that, and then that's going to let you know how you should gauge the rest of your conversations. Because I started out with 450. Now I had 1,000 subscribers, and I was getting sponsorships back to back, back to back, back to back. And guess what? Because I was getting sponsorships back to back, I was putting out videos back to back. Now I've been not as consistent lately, so sponsorships are slow rolling now, which that also happens, and I will show y'all how to get through that as I get through it myself right now. But when you're starting and you're hitting it and people are reaching out to you, don't take that free wig for nothing, because I know them be the first people to reach out to y'all. Don't take that free wig for nothing. Don't take that free t-shirt. Don't take that free nothing. It don't cost them nothing to send it, but it's gonna cost you time. It's gonna cost you effort. It's gonna cost you late night editing, all that stuff for you to deliver the content that they want. And if that video that you decide that you're gonna do the sponsorship with, what if that's the video that pop off? What if it hit millions? I promise you they're gonna make more money than whatever YouTube sends you for that video. I promise you. Everyone knows, well, if you don't know, every influencer, even big influencers, still say it. They all get paid more from sponsorships than they do from the YouTube. Your YouTube check will never amount up to the sponsorship checks that you could be getting. So please, charge what you want to be worth. I don't care if you think you worth that or not. Throw that number out there and charge it. And like I said, if y'all want an in-depth video about that, just let me know and then I'll talk about that. So those are the 2 things so far. I hope y'all caught them. I know I'm moving fast. I don't want this camera to die, and I want to make sure that y'all get everything I'm saying. You want to start out as a small influencer and see how to get into full-time content creating. First of all, you need to get into your niche so that you have searchable content. And then once you get a fan base, then you can gravitate towards putting out videos that you want to put out. Now, you can also mix. I got a sort of a fan base super quickly to where I'm going to every time at least get couple hundred to 1,000 views on every video, because that's my fan base, and they're gonna comment and all of that other stuff. They're gonna reach out, they're gonna, you know, show it off on Instagram. Those are my fan base. So I have videos that I make for them, but I also throw a video like this in every once in a while so that I can bring in new subscribers and stuff like that. You want to have a good mix of that, because if you're striving to be a content creator that just shows more lifestyle, then you don't want for your subscribers to get used to only seeing makeup tutorials or only seeing fashion videos, because then once you do start to put out, you know, vlogs and stuff like that, it's gonna be a 50-50 chance of whether or not they really mess with it, because some people really only subscribe to a person for that one thing that they feel is valuable with that person. So you want to mix it up a little bit. I'm lucky enough to have a subscriber base that gravitates towards my personality and wants to see my lifestyle and the behind the scenes of everything I have going on, as well as also wanting to see tutorials and informational videos and things like that. So now that you got that, also make sure that you're getting paid. These sponsorships are going to reach out to you. You do not have to look for these brands. They're going to reach out to you. You do not have to look for the brands. They're going to reach out to you. Now, in some cases, if you feel like it's slow rolling and you want to get the ball out there, you can reach out to them. But understand this, whenever you reach out to the brand, the ball is in their court. If they're reaching out to you, the ball is in your court. The way that that works is when you reach out to them, you're showing them, hey, I want to work with you. Meaning that they have the upper hand of whether or not they want to pay you in the first place, because remember, you're still a small time influencer. So if they even want to pay you, it's probably not going to cross their mind, because you want to work with them. So they're going to think that free product is all that you need. Okay? But if they're reaching out to you, that means the ball is in your court, and you have the ability to say, hey, I charge this much. Whether you charge that much or not is not for them to know. You just have to play your role and act as if, basically just play the part of a big influencer, because that's what you're striving to be. And no big influencer that I know is going to do anything for free. So don't cheap yourself out just because you're just starting out. It's cool to be humble, but we ain't that humble. We need the bag, and we need it now. And they will pay you. Trust me. They will pay you. All you got to do is know what to say. So one more thing that I feel like will really help is cross-marketing. If you have a base on Instagram or TikTok, use that base to boost your YouTube. Because at first, when I first started YouTube, I was very shy, because on Instagram, I'm a completely different person from YouTube. YouTube, I'm more open, I'm talking to y'all, I'm doing all that. Instagram, I don't really talk to them. I show them a cute video, take a cute picture, post it, and that's it. Maybe a quote here and there, a little funny something, but they don't really get the personality of me. And so I was scared and nervous to show that on Instagram, because it's something completely different that I hadn't shown before. Do not be like me. Please show and market yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody will. And the minute that I did start saying, you know what, I don't care what people think, I don't care if people laugh at me about starting a YouTube and I only got this many subscribers, I don't care how they feel, blah blah blah, and I went ahead and I started posting and uploading and saying, thank y'all for 100 subscribers, thank y'all for this many views. Thank y'all for this. Thank y'all for this. Da 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 da. Even though I was thanking my Instagram, even though they wasn't really helping me, because I wasn't getting my subscribers from Instagram. They wasn't helping me at the time, but they helping me now. And so I get more people in my DMs every day saying, oh my gosh, thank you. I've been watching your journey. This is helping me out so much. Yada, 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 yada. So you never know who's watching you. So please cross market yourself, because you never know who wants more of you. And typically YouTube is the platform where you put most of your personality out. You know, TikTok and Instagram, that's short videos, quick pictures, whatever. But YouTube is typically the place where you pretty much just lay it all out. If you're anything like me, I lay it all out on my YouTube. So anybody that want to know me better, they gotta come to my YouTube. You're not gonna get that from my other social media platforms. And so I make that known so that people know, okay, do I want to get more of her? Okay, I'm gonna subscribe. Do I just want to see a pretty picture of her? Okay, I'm gonna just stay on Instagram. You know, you let the people choose, and then that also lets you know what type of stuff to put out. Because I'm not gonna go and put out a tutorial or nothing like this on my Instagram. Like, I might try it, but I highly doubt it'll do well. They just want to see me sit there and look cute. Versus this, I know y'all don't want to just see me sitting here looking cute. Y'all actually want to get information and get something from me. Hence this type of video. One more thing I will say, and I just said that was one more thing, but this is the last thing that I will say. Super cliche, super played out, said already, but this is what I was talking about in my other video. The thing that you need to do the most is going to be the hardest, easiest thing to do. Consistency. And when I say consistency, I'm not saying go and create I'm gonna post this day, this day, this day. That never worked for me. 10 out of 10, don't recommend if you're anything like me. I can't stick to a schedule for nothing. Discipline is something that I'm struggling with because I'm not a worker. But when you're in this industry, you have no choice but to be the boss and the worker. So you gotta train yourself to be more disciplined. And if you don't have it, that's something you really wanna grasp. You really wanna figure out what is gonna be the easiest way for me to be more consistent. And I was doing pretty good with consistency as far as just uploading as many videos as I needed to, which was like 3 or something a week. But since I had my daughter, it's been a little bit more difficult, but I'm getting back in the zone, you know, having people help me out. And you just really want to figure out what's a sweet spot of how many videos you should be posting every week or whatever, so that you can get to where you need to get. But consistency is very key. And that's all the time we have, folks. If you want to know any more information, comment it down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helps you. If it helps you, please let me know. And tag me on Instagram and all of that. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.